The first layer of the lime plaster had cured, so Jack had to put a second layer on. Jack was struggling with the wall. He was finding it difficult to create straight edges, and it caused him a bit of stress. As it would take another couple of weeks for the wall to cure again, we decided to paint the rest of the room.
Naomi, did you ever think you would be excited about going to Tops Tiles Superstore?
I must admit, I didn't even know that I would ever be going to Tops Tiles Superstore.
For tiles to tile the hearth for the fireplace, the bit that the fireplace sits on. I learned that word recently.
So we've actually done quite a lot to the house. We have been painting, the wooden floors are sanded. Now we just need to finish it off by making the cupboards and painting everything and deciding on the paint colour. For a little bit of context, this is the paint colour that will go on the wall that has the fireplace in. The plan was to create some alcove units and paint the whole wall that colour as a feature wall. And we were struggling to figure out what colour to paint it. I think I've decided on the paint colour, but Jack is not sure.
We're very fortunate where picking a paint colour can be such a difficult decision in our life.
That's very true. It's
Anyway.
not very difficult for me, I already know what I want.
Honey, don't tell me that it was an easy process for you to get to that colour.
No, I'm not saying it was easy, but it wasn't like torturous.
Yeah, I didn't say it was torturous. I just said it's not easy.
Everything can be changed, so...
It takes time and effort, so let's try and get it like something that we have. I don't want to do it and then change it a week later. I don't mind changing it in 6 months and stuff.
Yeah, but it's not going to be so hideous that we'll have to change it straight away. I feel like I jinxed myself here.
Some of the colours are hideous.
But we're not getting the hideous colours. Top Style Superstore. You ready?
There's a sale. Lucky us. Let's go.
We decided not to get tiles. It was a bit too complicated with buying a tile cutter and it was just a bit of a faff. Stay tuned to see what we decided to do with the hearth of the fireplace. But as for now, we were back to testing colours on my freshly painted wall so that we could see how the colours would go with the white wall.
Probably should wear a mask, honey.
I know.
It's very few. Let me get you a mask.
So at this point, this video seems a bit jumbled up. We're going back and forth, but realistically, that's how the renovation went. We were waiting for the white walls to dry. So in the meantime, we painted the fireplace. Do you think it's finished?
The can?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like it. You probably need to hold the can upright rather than at an angle.
If you recall, we had bought a brown fireplace surround from Facebook Marketplace. We wanted to paint this black, but prior to that, we needed to prime it. As I was painting in my happy place, Jack started working on the alcove unit.
Let's get an update. So this morning I have plastered up this edge of the wall to sort of smooth it out. We're going to build cabinets in there, so I haven't bothered going to the edge. I have to do another coat later. In progress building the units this side. I need to get some more wood. Let's have a look at my checklist. Remove old wallpaper and plaster wall are done. I need to paint the fireplace around, finish taking up this floor bit, double check the measurements for the wood that I need to get to carry that on, and then that wood, and then we'll go to B&Q.
Don't you just love ticking things off your list? If you remember, I had said I jinxed myself. It had taken us 3 weeks to decide what colour the non-feature wall would be. We decided on North Pole. However, after spending the evening painting it and getting the second coat on and the third coat, Jack decided he hated it. So he walked to B&Q whilst I was in Swindon with the car and painted it pointed white instead. This was a warmer colour and honestly wish I had not jinxed myself because we just added to our workload, but pretty happy with pointed white. Are you hungry?
Not really. Are you?
You've got this far into the video. Well done you. As promised, this is what we did with the hearth of the fireplace. If you're liking the video so far, make sure to like and subscribe. So firstly, Jack placed a small wooden frame around the hearth. Our plan was to create a concrete hearth, a black concrete hearth. So Jack mixed some concrete and added a black dye to it, and we placed it on the hearth.
It's okay, it's only a little bit.
Okay, let's go. Okay, this is where the footage gets a little jumpy and I will do my best to explain what we did and what happened. This was the week before Jack went on a stag do to Portugal with his friends. Jack is the videographer in this couple. I like to edit, he does lots of the videoing. So when Jack's not around or when Jack's super busy and focusing on the job, we don't have much footage. Now this wall was giving Jack a lot of headache and we had soon come to realise that the plastering was not straight enough to leave the wall bare as it was. The reason we used the lime plaster was this was a wall that was facing the outside and it needed a breathable plaster to prevent damp. We soon realised that this was never going to be straight enough to leave it as it was. So we got some thin boards from B&Q cut to size and we decided to encase the fireplace. Now, because we still wanted the walls to be breathable, we put these wooden battens. This would allow a bit of space between the brick wall and the thin board. I knew how much this wall was stressing Jack out. He was finding it difficult to envisage the final product. So whilst he was away, I decided to start by wallpapering and panelling the fireplace. I am no wallpaper connoisseur. There's so many bubbles I don't really understand. We'll see what happens. Hopefully a lot of it will be hidden. Now, after the whole paint debacle, this could go one of two ways. He could come back and absolutely hate it and I'd have to take it all down. But I was hoping that he would feel relieved that he didn't have to think about it or make any decisions. For Jack, this project had become less fun. The stress overwhelmed him and he almost seemed done. When you see your partner low, it also makes you feel low. By nature, I am a solver, a fixer of sorts. If there's something in my power that I can change to make my partner happy, then I'll do it. Despite the risks, despite the fear, despite nearly breaking this TV. I will find the strength and risk the pain of failure for the joys of seeing him happy. This was a little nerve-wracking, and I know with so many things going on in the world it seems trivial, but lifting this TV was scary for me. I was at real risk of making things worse, but I carried on because, you know, that's what love is all about. It's about traversing that line between certainty and the unknown. I didn't get a reaction from Jack, but he was pretty happy, or as happy as he could be. He had contracted COVID and was feeling pretty poorly when he came back home, so he just slept.
Once I had recovered, I was very pleased, and it made the rest of my job building the cabinets much easier, as you will see, hopefully in the next video. Thanks for watching, I hope you have a lovely weekend, and make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already.